we do have a, there we go, thank you. We do have a lot of exciting things to talk about, to discuss, to bring forward to the public, meetings like this one now tonight. Because going forward, everything this year started off with action, right? So it was a nice idea. It was a relaxed state. We in July, at the end of July, we started by selling a few shares in the company. And then we stopped around 2 months later, all the way up until now, where we brought it further back, more into planning, getting more strategic partners on board, and getting more people educated with the purpose and position of the project. The reasons around being relaxed were timing. So whenever you look at the top 10 reasons why companies and startups fail, you often find or don't give enough time to looking at the reasons that they succeed. Now, the strongest reason for any startup to succeed is that their product has the right timing to go to market. And with that being said, towards the end of last year, a few announcements came out with regards to the global debt system. And the US, many of their large banks sold off significant amounts of their debt, completing the first part of populism. If you have time, read up on populism. It is a process, or it's the process that takes place prior to and starts a recession. It starts a reset, a money reset. So when you look back 2018, 2008, with personalities like Michael Burry and Mark Baum, who capitalized on these situations, we were relaxed, not knowing when the timing was. With those announcements having come through at the end of the year, that kind of earmarks, this is our go time for our project. Not to mention, you've got other factors right now, like the Bitcoin halving, like the bull run, where the sentiment across the market changes and where people start to buy into new projects much more so than what we've seen over the last 2 years. So where we are now, it's a time for action. We've fleshed out exactly what we need to do next. We've already asked the questions how to do it. And right now, we're busy forming the largest question of all, who is going to do it? So we're bringing the teams together, and over the next few weeks, there will be a lot of movements because there are a lot of people at play here. The Ark4Verse networks or teams extend to over 100 people, easily around 200. And if we can elaborate on one of the initiatives we've put forward, we had a result of over 1,500 willing people who would like to market Ark4Verse. So that puts our direct sales numbers in the region of 2,000 people. With 2,000 people, our projections on our business plan are absolutely minuscule compared to what can be achieved here. Since our projections are based on only moving 100 to 200 sales per week, what can we do with 2,000? Or even if we are only 100 people. So we did some tremendous work. We got a lot of personalities, and many of those who came to the party were thanks to our shareholders. So if that isn't something to go by, the fact that we've got people who care, we've got people who've got skin in the game. And when you look at a project, you often find that a founder can do so much and then either succeed to the next point or fail. One person could be wrong, but hundreds of people cannot be wrong. And for that, and for where we are, there's a big, huge thanks for the last few years, for everyone who's been with us on this. And this year, it's no longer about Sean's project. This is our project. So I'd like to open the floor. If anybody would like to say hello, it's our first time back after 2023. We're not just still here. We're here to build it, and we're here to push this thing over the edge. I know Wayne is going to say something soon, but yeah, Master Stefan, before we perhaps open the floor, would you like to mention anything or say anything to the Zoom?
I don't have too much to say. I just work here silently, getting people ready for when we get fully active. We've done a few test platforms to see actually how fast can we load teams. Well, the experiment worked on the last one extremely fast. So we're ready for the people. Once everything is in place, we're gonna hit the people out there at speed with all the new people. That 1,500 people that's coming on board, plus our current network team, it's going to go well. I expect great things in this coming year.
Amen. Thank you, Stefan. Would any of our people would like to maybe unmute themselves, pop their cameras on, would like to say hi to everybody? Anybody? Okay, great. I'm going to invite Wayne to introduce himself and spread his motto, which has become very, very infectious. Oh, Mr. B, are you talking?
Yeah, bro. How's it going, bro?
Going good, my friend. Going good.
Yeah.
Hi, good evening, Heinrich. Yeah, I just want to say hi to Sean and the rest of the team. I'm very, very positive and quite sure that we will just go from strength to strength this year in 2024. Thanks a lot for all your inputs. Appreciate.
I said exactly, 100%.
Yeah. So something that interesting that Wayne says, when you have the pleasure of meeting him, he has this motto. And when I met him, it just clicked completely, because it's something that I've been saying in my head over and over and over and never say it publicly. And then there's this guy who is speaking what I have on my mind. Wayne, are you able to unmute there?
Yeah, I'm always unmuted. And my mic is open up, man. Good evening, everyone. I'm Wayne. May this 2024 bring lots of good stuff for us, man. We got a lot of losses. What we lost in the past, that's the past. We're looking forward. In the future, we do what we need to do to make this world a better place. Like I can see on Stefan's photo, he's a runner. So we run the race, everyone, and we'll finish strong.
Amen. We run the race. So those who do not know, we have a Discord channel that we've been setting up for the last few months. We faced the hurdle of making sure that people are educated with regards to our project, educated, trained, and well versed in what their roles are when it comes to landing a whole lot of people from the public spaces into, core kind of focus groups like a Telegram or like a Discord. So we now have 39 members in the Discord. More than 30 of those members have actively been holding weekly and bi-weekly meetings, developing the server, the back end of the server, as well as what they're going to do to process people coming in. So we've got a team of over 30 people over in the Discord. We all know how to handle ourselves in a Telegram, but we have that now in place. So I'd like to make an announcement, which I cannot quite yet, but it is towards our first Ark4's development team, as well as Ark4's operations team, which are starting up and to be established in Stellenbosch, and also one over in Nigeria, where task gets put into action on a daily basis. Okay, so Ark4Verse is moving from a place of, kind of being, oh yeah, we don't know what's happening with this project, and it's going to start moving very, very quickly, very soon. As long as the software endpoints are established, or as soon as they're established, all of these machine parts start to go live. And as I've said so many times last year, we're going to miss this quiet, relaxed space because we are running out of time. We don't know what this I don't know. I've never experienced an economic reset. I wasn't there in 1908 or any of those, or 1930. So for many of us, we're in uncharted territory. And it's good that we're all here together because now we know what to do. And we now are getting that everyone is going to do it. So with that being said, yeah, I'd like to again open the floor. Let's have a meet and greet back from the year or into the new year for the remaining 15 minutes. And all I can say is get ready. This is going somewhere very, very soon. Hello, evening, Drina. Hello.
Hi everyone. Finally, I'm here. I had to re-download Zoom again to get in.
I sometimes have those problems as well. You can ask Stefan sometimes is waiting for me for minutes. Other times, like today, especially when you're now involved on the tech side, time flies. Time really does fly. So a lot less meetings for me this year, or as we flesh out the tech side of our project, a lot less talking, a lot more doing. In the meantime, guys, what we can do is, if those of you would like to, you can actually join the Discord, have a chat with the people that are there. You can see the conversation is going and rolling. As we tie up all of our collaborators, the gentlemen from Mafeking, they've also been moving their chess pieces into place over the last few years. They're joining us on this as well. So I have never seen a project with this many people at this stage where we are. If that's something to go by, I've never seen this many for the stage that we're in right now. Whenever you do join early, they tell you you're joining early on a project. Usually they have a ton of things going up and in places and things, and a very, very small team, right? And a very small team of collaborators. Whereas with us, we've managed to find a way to make sure that everyone has a stake in a tremendous projection for a project. So it's a very, very cool time to be in. It's very, very exciting, very scary, very confusing. Money is confused right now, all over the world. People with all their trust funds in rands, those in dollars. BRICS is coming up with a new currency, and none of us know when or how that is going to work, or where are we as Africa or anyone from any other region, how are we going to be now, during and after an economic shift, like the emergence of another powerful currency? What if Ark4Verse is the emergence of a new currency? And let's not go too far down that rabbit hole, but if that does happen, that'll be quite something. So the world is our oyster. The time is right. There will be opportunities for new or other people to buy some of the shares, which will be facilitated by Nalani and Stefan directly. I can be called in to do some consulting onto what is the project about and things like that. But essentially, they will handle that for what is called the S shares. There are a total of 900 of them for $50 each. And those can be completed, like I said, with Milani or Stefan. So we've got a lot to do. And these kind of Zoom meetings, as you can see, they're very dynamic. They move very quickly. It's not a presentation to introduce people to buy something which has been predetermined with no end goal. We are actually doing a lot of work now to define those end goals.
Yes, the holidays were very nice. Too long. We're ready to get started. It's going to be an awesome year.
I agree, Nalani. I can't wait.
Yeah.
What happened these holidays, guys? I can't stand holidays. I couldn't do it. I'm telling you, it's like what, I tried it. I tried, okay. Close your laptops, close your books, close your thing. Put those little tablets away. I've got those, those scribble tablets. They don't use power. Just clear the screen when you're done. So I was even told to close those, put those away. I tell you, I was lost in trying to be, family social. And it's a very sad thing to say. I'm really sorry, family, my kids and stuff. But we're doing this so that I can have only them to focus on. And I think that can be said for everyone in this room and everyone we're connected with and that we're touching, is that when this is all done, we're actually not looking to get paid in money. We're looking to just have a comfortable lifetime, to just be comfortable. Heck, we deserve it. What on earth are we going through? We've got incredible pressure. We've got load shedding. Load shedding puts us off for half the time in our day. After they've done that for a month or so, they're looking to recover their losses because they couldn't make money from those hunts for that 50% of downtime. So what do? They charge us more again. And yet, for some reason, the monopoly will not let go to allow the third-party power providers to come in and solve the problem for us. So all of those things are well above my head. What I can do is I can only design a system that can put us in a place where people can actually have an inverter on backup to power their lifestyles, to do things they need to do, perhaps entertain their families, and an essential resource where they can learn intrinsic knowledge from. And whether they are successful or not in the application of that knowledge, they still have a facility to earn from. And it doesn't need to cost you money to keep, and it doesn't need to cost you money to upgrade it or to qualify for it. So we've got a tremendous path ahead of us, and this Zoom clearly doesn't have enough people in it, but it will. All right, so there we go. That was quite a fast-paced dialogue for our first meeting of the year. Is anybody glad that we're actually still here, given all the projects that come along and they kind of just disappear and dissipate? We get stronger as time goes by.
Exactly.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
We're not
Yeah,
going anywhere.
here for the long run. Now, very important announcement is, as I've spoken about the teams, we're putting the teams together and getting them into place. Once that is done, I'll be doing another trip up through the country to speak with some of our connections and some people who have an idea about Ark4Verse and are looking to back the project further. So there will be an itinerary based on that trip, which will be announced as soon as all of our teams are put to task. Then I'll venture onto that trip. We're looking to acquire over 100,000 people on that trip who are actively engaged in networks to amplify our footprint. So we will very likely go from reaching tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands after that trip, not to mention we might even have our full securing budget from that trip as well. right. So I know it's it seems a little bit unknown, but I think if anything, the time spent since everyone has first met up until now is validation for how real we are and how we are ready to spread the accommodation of tasks, convertible notes, equity, profit sharing. We actually have enough to give to everyone. Hopefully we don't have a team of 10,000 people, but as long as it's manageable, we should be okay. All right, guys. So once again, I mean, from my side, I'm going to say that's it for now, because we have to get the work done to get those announcements out. And I'm just going to open the floor, and hopefully you guys have something you want to say. Tell us about how your last year was. Tell us about maybe projects you're involved in. Anything. Progress. This is where we can share some progress for the last 8 minutes of this call.
Unfortunately, with my occupation, I can't be in projects because the old lady is keeping me busy.
Got that. I experienced that in the holiday time with the kids.
Yeah, that was awesome. On Christmas Day, they gave me the gift of going to Cape Town. I didn't even expected that. So the boss said, just you get on that plane and you go to Cape Town. And I went there for almost 5 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I went there for 5 days and then we came back.
That's amazing.
When it came Tony and kind of come back and we go, whew. Johannesburg, I don't know how you guys do it so busy up there. Let's see who else is on the call here. There we go. Motswedi is here. Mohammed, how are you? Are you able to unmute and say hi?
Hi Sean, how you doing?
Hey, good,
Hi
sir.
everybody.
Very, very good. Yeah. How do you manage life in
You don't
Johannesburg? Like in
work it.
Yeah, no, amazing. So okay, there we got our guys from Johannesburg. Mr. Ali Fatah, how are you, my friend? We haven't spoken the entire year so far.
I'm good, and you, Sean?
Good. Lovely. You see that all of the collaborators from the hemp side have they've submitted documents over to me. The agricultural plans, business plans, and things, they are looking extremely solid. So all of these collaborators have done tremendous amounts of work to bring their documents and plans to a space where they are. And I'm very happy to say that it's no less than impressive, only needing a couple of tweaks to put it in a recognizable space. So if that's something that you can catch onto here, we're not just making a Web3 digital project only. We are creating an entire ecosystem, and I wish all of the other guys, the collaborators, would could have been on this call. Everyone knows that this is kind of the public space call, so we still had and we still kept a lot of the work going on during the holidays. So we did have, our private meetings with collaborators, with partners, going all along. It was actually really nice, perhaps, to say that we didn't have this, schedule of events, so we could break away from that and actually catch people in their spare time, all the time with the holidays as well. So it was a very, very blessed 30 days, and I can't say I'm looking forward to the next one, because I really wonder, how real Christmas is, if we should only appreciate each other once a year, or if we should just do that every day.
No, we're supposed to do that.
We're supposed to do that every day, and we could call Christmas Day to sleep. Just yeah. All right. So I'll be working very closely with a couple of the gentlemen here on the call right now, a couple of ladies on the call right now. And we're looking forward to bringing you some announcements that put the intricity of Ark4Verse onto the internet, onto the web, and into the palm of people's hands via the use of software application development, which Wayne is also bringing to the table. He successfully deployed over 15 applications. He has a number of clients in the space, and this is the right time, to bring him to the fold. There are still hundreds of people that I'm looking forward to bring to the fold, dependent on what stage we're in, because of the purpose and caliber of each of these individuals. So guys, that's it. Thank you very much for your time. We've got 2 minutes left. If anybody would like to take the floor, you're welcome to unmute, turn on the camera, please, if you have to. We don't mind. Pretty much that being said. So let's look forward to the next one. If I can ask that let's give some thought to populating these weekly Zooms. Okay, it's always a really good idea now to bring some traction to a project. We are in that time. We are in that space. We've got a whole lot of people ready to facilitate a bulk order from the public. All of those people are in place. They're trained, ready, they're disciplined. They're there every day on time. And Stellenbosch, I believe Stellenbosch Somerset Strand is now pulling together for the Cape Town team, meaning that we will have 12 people working every single day on the project very, very soon.
That's awesome.
Just from one region, and that's just from one region. I can't wait for you always see Aziz buzzing around in the rooms, and I say buzzing because his name is Mr. B. He's also been busy he's been making some strategic moves. We've kept the links open with connections that we made at the beginning of last year. Yes, the beginning of last year, around February, we connected with other Web3 projects with around 250,000 people in their communities, where we've kept those relationships going, and we're exploring the partnership so that we do not need to be the only people trying to word of mouth this thing, either in the ICO or in the market phase, or pre-market, or in the post-market phase. We're going to lean on all of our partnerships to bring together one incredible project, the likes of which I have never seen before.
That sounds fantastic.
Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, so let's look forward to that. As time goes by and as we get things fleshed out, a lot of the project will be revealed in bite-sized chunks. Okay, in bite-sized chunks. We still have to keep the IP largely private, largely in a format that it cannot be copied or ran away with, whilst at the same time achieving our goals and objectives. So that has been quite the balancing act, that you can actually keep something quiet, yet tell someone enough to get things going. Whereas a lot of people like to base their decisions on knowing everything. And in our position, we can't say everything yet. Madase. Everybody, thank you very much for popping through to the meeting. I think I'm going to ask if anybody would like to have a chat with me. We haven't spoken in quite a long time from our communities. Throw me a DM so that we can have a call. The following weeks I'll still have some time for that, and hopefully after these next couple of weeks that I am just full-time tech Sean, right? And far less to do with, public speaking or things like that. I am not your content creator. I'm not a YouTuber. I've said it many, many times. I'm way out of my comfort zone yet speaking like this. So when I can get my hoodie on and go back to work, that's when we can see things moving. And it has started. So thank you guys for all being here, pushing this thing in from a position of faith. Not even for many of us, not knowing what the end goal are. And for some of us who just know what the end goal is. And knowing that we need to do these things that we feel are right is one of the most incredible things you can do is taking action based on faith towards the reality that you cannot even see right now. So very few of us can see that and know that it's going to work. So it's going to work because we've been at it a long time. We're too dumb to quit. And Stefan doesn't dip his fingers into anything that he knows is not going to be significant. One significant project, one sustainable platform, and one integrated, unified community.
We are not quitters.
Absolutely.
No.
I don't know how to do that. How do you do that? Every time I've walked away from challenges, I always end up coming back here. So this is me quitting the system.
Perfect.
There we go. Right, guys. I'm gonna say good night. Anybody one last chance to pop a question, open up their mic, say anything. If not, we can bring this one to an end and we can continue getting the job done. Let's run this race.
Thank you, Sean.
Talk to you later. Bye. Bye, Drina.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
The top boy, Drina, Alani, Mr. Ron. Maximize the moment.
Pleasure.
Bye, Wayne.